Hello, boys and girls. We are going to start our medieval challenges. I know in sixth grade you guys study medieval time period, so we are going to add to that and make some medieval challenges. So I have several challenges for you to do. There are 6 challenges. Some of the challenges have a couple choices that you can do, and then I also have an extra challenge for you. So let's get coding. So our first challenge today is a pretty simple one. It's a continuous motion project. And I have 2 knights fighting. So let's show it again. They come, they go together, and they are fighting, sword fighting. So this is a good project to start with. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to create this project. So the first thing I want to do is you're going to go to Scratch and you're going to create a new project. Go ahead and get rid of your Scratch cat. And let's start with our character. So we're just going to come over here to our character, and I'm just going to get 1 knight right now. Right here, I'm just going to get this one. They already have it there. And now with him, I'm just going to put him somewhere on this page. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my backdrop, which is over here. And on our backdrop, I am going to do some kind of medieval castle background. They have several medieval looking type backgrounds, but I think the one I want, I think it's called Enchanted Forest. No, Castle. Sorry, it's called Castle. So I'm going to click on my castle. So here is this one. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get his opponent. And I might get rid of him later, but I just kind of need an opponent to start off with. So I'm just going to do this one. And I'm going to put this one over here. But on its costume, I'm going to tell it to flip horizontal. So now I have them facing each other. Okay. So if you notice, there are no other costumes. And since there's no other costumes, it's hard to create that motion. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add more costumes. So just with 1 right now, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a right click right here, or a control click. I'm going to do a right click and I'm going to say duplicate. So now in order to show movement, this is a vector art, which means it's made up of lots of different shapes. So now I can come over here and I can click my select tool, and you can select things and you can move things just a teeny tiny bit. So then it gives it the appearance of going to show motion, because it's kind of like a stop motion. Okay, so once I do that one, then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say control or right click, duplicate. And then one more time, you're just going to move it just a little bit. Now make sure, now do you see his shoulders here is out of place? You can use the turn tool here to make it be back where you need it to be. So that way it doesn't look like he's got a dislocated shoulder. And so now I'm going to move this back and this back. So and now I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to say control, click, duplicate. And I'm going to keep doing that same type of motion. And you're just going to have to kind of play with it a little bit to get it to how you want it to look. Okay, and now I'm going to move it back up. Move it back up. So then it's giving the emotion. So now he's got this part. So now I'm going to start making the sword come back down. So I'm going to say control, click, duplicate. And each time I'm just moving the legs to make them move back and down, but I need to move the arm back down now just a little bit. So that way it looks like it's going to be moving down. So this isn't a hard thing to do. It just takes a little bit of time to play with the tools. So, and now I'm going to rotate his shoulder back up because I really don't want his shoulder to look like it's dislocated. So now when I hit this one, and then this one, and then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, you see it's kind of doing motion. So that's going to help us for our next one. So now that I have this one, so I have this one as purple. So now I'm actually going to get rid of this one over here. And because I've already done all the motion on this one, I don't need to do it again. So what I can do is I can just say on this one, Control, click, duplicate, and now I have this one. And now I have two of them that have all of the costumes. But on this one, I'm going to come over and I'm going to just do the same thing. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on the first one and I'm just going to say flip. And I'm going to flip that one back. So I'm going to actually come to this one and I'm going to say, click on costume 1, flip. Make sure you flip every costume or it'll look kind of funny later. So now that we've got our costumes, so now you don't have to sit there and do it again. You could if you wanted. And because I want to show them that they're different, I'm going to change this guy's hair to be a different color. So I'm going to come over here to my bucket tool and I'm going to make it be like a red. So I'm just going to come and change them each to that color. So then it looks like you have two different. Oh, and I forgot to flip that one. So flip it really fast. Go back to your bucket. And so now if you notice, we haven't even started coding yet. This is just getting our startup. So now I have my two differents. So this is how you do the costumes on your knights. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to start making them do motion. Hope you have fun creating your knights.